Good day, a wonderful evening to you. My name is Afa Cho, and it's time once again for Sports Orbit. On today's edition of the program, we begin straight from the camp of the Super Falcons, where Captain Onome Ebi has insisted that the former African champions are ready to face the top teams at the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup in Australia and New Zealand. Grand Waldron side are giving confidence after recording their third consecutive victory in a friendly against New Zealand on Tuesday. The Super Falcons will be up against Australia, Canada, and the Republic of Ireland, which will be at the World Cup this summer. She said, "We are aware that we are in a difficult pool. We have the reigning champions, Canada, who have faced twice before, losing one and drawing one. And we have Ireland and Australia, who have not played against. We know it will also be very tough against Australia because they will be playing at home. We are under no pressure, however, and we are calm about these matches. All of these teams have qualified and earned their right to be at the World Cup. We have to be ready to face them." The Super Falcons were eliminated in the round of 16 4 years ago in France. She said, "Our ambition definitely is to do our best. I approach this World Cup with the mindset of performing to our utmost best and conquering. We had some disappointment at the last Women's African Cup of Nations where we did not go to the best performance. We have the opportunity at the World Cup where we do not want to disappoint again. I have faith in my team and I like our current state of mind. The team is united and I believe we will be able to do great things at the World Cup. We are motivated and we want to hoist Nigeria's flag to the highest point. The ball is in our court as players and we have to do everything to be on fire physically and mentally for this opportunity." Away from that now to some NPFL news where, because in the course of the interim management company IMC actually handed a hefty punishment over unfriendly behavior of their fans during the match day 13th fixture against Bayelsa United. In a statement signed by Davidson Ohm, head of operations, the IMC said that Wiki Tourist breached several rules of the NPFL framework and rules will face a monetary fine, point and goal deductions, and also closure of their home stadium to fans for the rest of the season. According to the IMC, Wiki Tourist failed to provide adequate security for the match officials before, during, and after the match, which resulted in the assault of match officials. The club was also found guilty of assault on match officials by the fans, resulting in a 3-point and 3-goal deduction. In addition, the club was fined for failure to provide adequate security and implement effective crowd control, which also resulted in fans throwing objects onto the field of play, which targeted match officials and also disrupted play. Under Rule C, 26 Wiki Tourists have 48 hours to communicate in writing to the IMC, submitting to the ruling or electing to be dealt with by disciplinary and so forth. Wiki Tourists, once again, not in the good books of the IMC, as their last game against Bayelsa United, actually fans disrupted proceedings of the match where match officials were also attacked, and as a result, like earlier read in the statement, they are going to be deducted a 3-point. Also, a fine will be imposed on them, and in addition, the stadium will also be closed to their fans for the rest of the season. So that means that fans of Wiki Tourists will no longer have the opportunity of watching the team play at home for the rest of the season. But Wiki Tourists still have the opportunity, 48 hours, he said, which elapses actually today to respond to the IMC and explain why disciplinary. If we have those fixtures, maybe we can quickly take a look at those fixtures. Okay, that's tomorrow, 15th of April. Abia Warriors will welcome Sunshine Stars of Akure, while Enugu Rangers will also be at home to Niger Tornadoes in the other matches, in the matches that will go down tomorrow. The NPFL actually getting to the business end of the league. Soon teams will be booking their places to play in the Super Six, which will eventually determine the winners of the competition. Yeah. Well, we await other fixtures. Go to other news now. This is it has to do with Nigeria's for Terra Murphy, who has been on fire since he moving on to France, of course, and in the Europa League. He was nominated for Player of the Week and Goal of the Week award. Murphy scored twice in League One club OG Nice 2-2 away draw against Swiss club Basel yesterday night. The 22-year-old cancelled out Zeki Amdouni's opening goal for Basel in the 38th minute. Murphy then gave Les Alcoin the lead for the first time in the game late in the first half. His superb overhead kick is also up for the Goal of the Week award. Also, the likes of Majid Ashimeru of Anderlecht, Hugo Kuipers of Gent, Jonathan Ikone of Fiorentina are the other individuals who have also been nominated for the prize that is talked about, the UEFA Conference League Player and Goal of the Week. Now to some other news where Super Eagles midfielder Alex Iwobi is yet to sign a new contract at Everton. According to reports, the Nigerian striker is waiting to sign a new deal until the club's future is figured out. Recall that currently Everton are not really doing well in the EPL, fighting relegation to but since new manager Sean Dyche took over, they've been improving, gradually climbing up the table, but it's far from over yet. As with 9 games remaining to go in the Premier League, we expect that Everton will continue to fight and see. So for Iwobi, he's waiting to see where the team will finish at the end of the season. Will they be relegated or not for him before he puts pen to paper? Despite previous reports suggesting that the Star and his club were close to agreeing a new contract, the player is holding off on signing until Everton's status in the EPL is determined. Currently, they share a point with Nottingham Forest, who are in 18th place in the EPL. Iwobi has spoken extensively with the club about extending his current contract, where he wants to wait until he knows if the team will play in the elite division next season. His current contract ends in 2024, and as a result of his outstanding performance for the squad in their fight against relegation, he has attracted attention from Premier League clubs and other clubs around Europe. So he will be yet to put pen to paper, delaying his contract until most likely the end of the season. Now to some La Liga news, where former Barcelona coach Ronald Koeman is actually in support of Barcelona resigning Lionel Messi from PSG. Koeman was in charge of Barca when Messi was squeezed out due to financial issues. According to him, he said he's the best player in the world. Anyone who can have him will be strong. I have experienced his departure firsthand, and it was a very bad day. When I see you in another shirt, I still find it strange. I don't know what the situation is or what you think. I'm in favor of Messi being a Barcelona player. So, because reports in recent weeks have suggested that there might just be a reunion with Messi and Barcelona one more time. It was revealed that Barcelona president actually disclosed that he was in touch with Messi, and looking to see how they can, come up with a sensational return for Messi back to the company probably for next season. Now we go to the Europa League, where some interesting matches went down in the Europa League yesterday. Of course, for Feyenoord, playing at home, it was 1-0 over Jose Mourinho's Roma, while Bayern was a 1-1 draw against Vilnius and Gilloy. While Juventus 1-0 in the first leg against Porto. For United, not too good one after going 2-0 up to 2 goals from Terry Malacia and Harry Maguire ensured that Sevilla came back 2-2. So going over to Spain is going to be a fight to finish for United, but Eric Ten Hag is confident that his side will make it to the semi-final of the Europa League. Well, we'll wait and see what happens in the second leg of the encounter. Now to some EPL news. Of course, the EPL gradually winding down business end of the league, and tomorrow some matches will go down. Of course, starting the weekend off will be Aston Villa, who will be hosting Newcastle. In recent time, Newcastle has been in blistering form, back to the third position, and who is looking Newcastle might just make it to Europe. Right now, they are firmly in third, same points with United, but as on superior goal difference, so they are currently third. Well, Chelsea will be at home. Frank Lampard's second game in the EPL, third game in charge since his return as caretaker manager of Chelsea. Chelsea will host Brighton and home in that one, the London derby. Going to be a difficult one, if you ask me. Well, for Everton will also host Fulham at Goodison Park in that one. For Southampton, almost relegation bound, rooted at the bottom of the table, will welcome Crystal Palace since the sack of their former manager Patrick Vieira, with Roy Hodgson taking over. Crystal Palace seemed to be doing fine last week. Of course, it was a 5-1 victory over Leeds in that one. So for Tottenham also, they will be at home to AFC Bournemouth in that one. While Wolverhampton Wanderers will welcome Brentford at home. For Manchester City, it will be the final game for the day, actually, with Manchester City, who will host Leicester City. Leicester City not doing too well. Of course, Brendan Rodgers just left the team also as managers and playing against the City side, who are in fine form, will be an uphill task for Leicester City. So these matches beginning from 12:30, other matches by 3 p.m., while the last match, Manchester City versus Leicester City, comes up at 5:30 p.m. Nigerian time. We will keep an eye on all of these matches, and hopefully we will give you a complete update of all matches on our next edition of the program on Monday. Well, that's all we have for you on today's edition of the program, more like an abridged program edition of the program, but to worry on Monday, we'll be glad to give you a full package of the program. Do have a wonderful weekend out there. My name is Afacho.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.